show.
Mm-mm.
Y'all, we this is the first time, so you gonna have to give us a break this time. We're just trying to make sure everything is going okay. If
We
you
do everything live.
all errors, mistake, issues, and everything else, you gonna see today. But back to your question, I don't have that word in my vocabulary because at the end of the day, hoe was made for women, not for men. As you know, that it's a double standard when it comes to that word because a guy can go around and mess around with all these women and not be considered a hoe, but then you have a woman doing the same thing and she's a hoe. You can't put a number on being a hoe.
Interesting. So basically, what you're saying is, if a guy does it, it's not considered being a hoe. If a woman does it, it's considered being a hoe.
That's how society has it. Who was that? What was that word invented for? Women or men?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. That's why I
Just
got you
saying. It
here for.
wasn't for a man. They call men pimps when they do that shit.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that. I do
Pimps
agree
and
with that.
hoes. The hoes were the women.
I do agree with that. I can't rebuttal that. That does seem to be the norm in society today. A guy can sleep with as many women as he wants, but a woman can't. I agree with that. So, I guess my next question would be: is there, if guy and woman they both decide to live their life that way, you consider that an issue or what?
What do you mean?
Like, a lot of people got issues with somebody sleeping with more than one partner, somebody having sex with more than one partner, even if they're not with anybody, even if they're single, which is where where a whole technically comes from. Somebody who just sleeps around. I mean, is that an issue? Like in your mind, how do you look at that? If somebody decides to have sex with four different people in the same week just because they want to, do you consider that to be an issue?
No. I mean, I'm not here to judge. Hell, I got what, three different baby daddies. So would I be considered a hoe? Because I have four kids and three different baby daddies, and all my kids are 5 years apart. I mean, it's kind of hard to say what you think is a hoe. But again, who if they live, that's how they live their life. If this woman want to sleep with a different man every day, or this guy want to do it, that's on them. Just remember, I used to be a manager at Planned Parenthood. Strap up, y'all. STDs are real. And now that I'm working at the company I'm working at, I still see people being diagnosed with HIV at the age of 35 and higher. So it's still a real thing out there. Just be safe.
All right. Well, I guess my next question I have for you is, let's talk about,
First of all, why don't you answer your own damn
because this is
questions?
my show.
So,
I will give my opinion at the end of the
then
show.
what's your opinion? I give
It's
mine, you
not
give your.
for everybody. Got to
Don't
watch the
don't start
entire
the shit.
show. They got to watch the entire show to get my
Don't
opinion.
start your shit.
My show. Now, shall we move on? I guess my next question I have is, how do you feel about um, uh, sweet Mother Mary? That it just slipped my mind. What's the word when a person has more than one partner?
You're talking about a is it polyamorous?
Yes, yes. How do you feel about what's your? How do you feel about polyamorous?
I mean, I love it. We've had that several times. and I enjoyed it. Even though those relationships didn't really last, I think because um, with our situation, the third person wanted more or wanted to be number one. I guess they don't really understand or didn't understand that me and you are not going nowhere, and they're just added to what we already have, and not someone who is there to replace one of us. So that's been our issue. If we can find a woman that's willing to stay on in her lane and not try to take either me or him away from each other, then we be good. You love kids, you help pay bills, we live together. Hell, that would be a miracle. That would be three incomes in one household.
Them church folks are not liking you right now, unless you're a Mormon. Where the Mormons at? Let me hear them clapping the Mormons.
I'm just, I'm just saying. And if you, I mean, if you guys are watching and you know, have something to say, go ahead and type it in. I see a couple people on here, but I don't see anybody typing anything in or
Yeah,
saying, "Hey, what's up?" Like, speak up.
yeah.
This
Speak
is
up.
not.
Feel free to talk. Let us know what we feel. Know how I feel about situation.
Is
I feel exactly how you feel actually because I feel like when I was a younger me, you know what I'm saying. I guess more like
a younger you.
yeah, the younger me. I was also I guess a type you could say who would I wouldn't mind having sex with different girls, but I wanted my woman to just be with just me. As a girl, I feel like
Selfish.
yes, it was very selfish. It
Selfish.
was very selfish. You know,
How dare you?
I had a couple of guys about that too. It comes down to like how can you want to be the type of individual to want to go and you know um, have sex with whoever you want to have sex with, but expect your woman to stay loyal. No, after a while, that really hit home with me because like that's one of the most selfish things that you can ever do, and that goes for women too. Though I do believe that women are the more cheaters, though. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. Women are slick than a motherfucker.
I don't think.
That's
I don't.
women
I don't.
are slick as fuck.
I mean, we are because we smart. We smarter than men. That's a given. But I don't think.
Some men.
I don't think your statement is right when you say women are more of a cheater than a man. Y'all motherfuckers just get caught. Like, y'all don't know how to pick the women that you try to sleep with, because them women be trying to take over. They want you. They don't understand that you have a relationship, um, or a wife or a house, a family. Like, they trying to take her place, and that's their problem. But a man know, most of them know their place, unless they just most of the time out to get your spouse. Like, me and you had conversations before about people in my inbox who didn't like you and
Yeah, we
was
had
trying to
issues about that.
and try to make a pass at me, but they was making a pass at me because they didn't like you and try to get you back from whatever y'all was into when y'all was younger. And when that didn't happen, they still came to you and told you that me and them did something. But then when you brought them face to face with me, they didn't have shit to say. Which is why I show you email. That's why I had showed you text messages and shit. Like, nah, let me. Who told you that? Oh, okay. They couldn't. They didn't even know who the hell I was in person. I done seen these motherfuckers plenty of times at just regular Walmart and stuff. And they didn't speak to me. But you gonna go back and tell my husband we slept together? First of all, let me set the record straight on this first vidcast, okay? If I wanted to sleep with somebody, man or female, my husband will already know. Period.
That's a fact.
So if you a woman or you a man and I'm interested in you and I want to hang with you, and not even sexually, but just kick it with, go out to drinks with, I tell my husband, I talk to him first before I even do that. So you can't go back and tell him nothing that he doesn't already know. That's the thing with me, and that's the thing when it comes to our relationship. So when you get mad at me, or you get mad at him, or you someone that was in my inbox because you didn't like him, you ain't getting nothing. Most of the time, I'm just out for the company. Hell, I be so tired. Most of the time, we don't even fucking have sex.
That's another conversation we about to have about that shit.
So,
I don't like that shit.
but I'm just saying, I work my ass off
My dick
on.
still works.
But when I give it to him, though, I give it to him. You see, he's still here. So, period.
Y'all know I'm just here not just for the sex though, right?
But if that wasn't good when you got it, you wouldn't be here.
That's
And
be a
you know, if you
conversation
leave
on
me, you
marriage next
taking your
week.
kids with you.
Shit. Lost your motherfucking mind. And them motherfuckers stand right here. Yeah, I said it on stream. Them motherfuckers stand right here.
they
When
coming, they
when the
coming
when the
with you.
God King leave, it's been a wrap. Peace. I'm out. Who are these motherfuckers right here? Mm-mm.
Nah, they going with you. He already know. I don't think they'll be single. When I say single, I ain't gonna have no husband and no kids.
Them
Okay?
kids be right along with their ass. Tied along with their ass.
Negative.
Believe that shit.
Negative.
So now that we have that out the way, continue on this sex subject. As being married, let's talk about sex. How you feel about sex? No, I know there comes time when you got kids, you have babies, you know what I'm saying? Certain things drop off. But on average, what do you think people should have sex on average? You know what I'm saying? Before you answer that, understand my point of view. I believe that sex is a good thing. Society has made it out to a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Sex is a wonderful thing. Put you in a good mood, make you feel better. There's literally nothing bad about sex. Unless you want to get into a lot of them fetishes. We're not finna get into all that shit though. We're talking about sex in general. How do you feel about that? Where is your stance on as being a married couple? Do you feel like if me as a man come to you, say you were just laying down chilling, and I'm coming there, dick hard and everything, just like, hey, I'm ready to have sex, but you're not ready to have sex. How do you feel about that though? Do you feel like it's your obligation as the God Queen to still give up that booty? Or do you feel like you just not in the mood and nigga fuck you, go jag off? Let me know.
Well, I think we both know the answer to that already. Cause if I'm tired, I'm not finna give you half-ass nothing. Because I know when you want it and I'm tired, I give it to you, fall asleep, you be mad as hell. So, I mean, this is a question for you to answer. Would you rather still
I
get it?
already answered.
So you rather still get it and I'm half asleep and fall asleep on you?
Hell yeah. Look, look, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. If I'm coming there, man, I'm feeling good. I feel like I should get some sex, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, this is my opinion. Y'all let me know. I feel like as the God King, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's have sex, you know what I'm saying? To me, there's a difference between having sex and making love. We don't touch on that later on. Well, I feel like whether you're tired or not, and it's time to have some sex, let's have some sex. You see what I'm saying? As a God Queen, you know what I'm saying? You should have no problem making that happen. Or if you sleep, I still decide to get some sex, you should have no problem making that shit happen. How you feel about that?
I don't have a problem as long as you don't have a problem with me falling asleep. You can get it 5 times a day. If you don't care about me being asleep, then let's go.
I think that's how it should be. Now I notice My topic next week gonna be about marriage. We're not getting touching about like marriage one now. As y'all know, I got a couple guests on for next week. Our topic's gonna be about marriage. Make sure y'all come in for that. But back to what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? This thing on sex and making love. How do you feel about it? I believe it's two different things. Like you go out all day long. You can have sex with people. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Bang wherever y'all want to put it. You know what I'm saying? But when it kind of making love, I believe there is truly a significant difference. You know what I'm saying? I believe that when you make love with somebody, that person you truly care about you with, it becomes more of a spiritual joining. Becomes more of a real correct correct French fry. It becomes more of a more like when you're making love somebody like your body knows, your heart knows, your mind knows. How you feel about that? Speak on that.
Repeat that again. I'm sorry. I was.
She ain't paying attention, y'all.
I
That's gonna be another topic we're gonna have later on too. This is one of our topics we gonna have later on too. In the
listen.
future, another topic's gonna be is you
No,
ever had that
listen.
with your woman, you be talking and she just you can have a 5 minute conversation, all of a sudden she just what was that, babe? Like, where were you for 5 minutes? That would be
Listen.
another topic.
I was making sure everything was working, and then I was drinking at the same time.
Back to what I was saying. I gotta rephrase the whole thing. I said there is a difference between having sex and making love. I believe that when you make
I mean,
love with
why you just
somebody, your body truly knows that like there's a connection, like there's a feeling there.
yeah,
How do you
making
feel
love,
about
you
that?
obviously in love with that person. But a lot of people don't say sex versus making love. They be like fucking versus making love.
Carrie, Carrie Spence, thanks for joining in, and you're absolutely correct. Being in love and loving something about someone else is two different things. You are totally correct. That's something we're gonna touch base on here in a minute too, as you were saying.
I'm saying I wouldn't say having sex and making love. To me, those two are one and the same, and I would say fucking versus making love instead. I mean, fucking, you don't got no feelings, no attachments to anybody. You just horny as hell, found somebody, y'all release each other and go about your ways.
You don't need to know my name, where I live
Hell
at,
no,
none
cause
of
you
that
ain't
shit.
you ain't gonna know my real name. Hell, so not Alexis. Who? Nope. When I'm in the street, that's not even my name. Nothing close.
That's right. I think making love expands beyond physical sex. I think making love is when you do extra for your companion, extra for your companion. And Carrie Spence says that's passing your energy. Both of you guys are absolutely correct. It becomes more of like to me, it becomes more of a spiritual tuning. We're gonna have a talk about my
I know, but doing
spirituality
both
and
is
on
passing.
the third eye opening and all this and that. We're gonna have conversations on a lot of this stuff in the future. So you two are absolutely correct.
To carry passing energy, I believe when you're passing energy, that's when you come connected with anyone, regardless if it's making love or fucking, because you guys are in an intimate situation. Either way, and then I'm very spiritual, so I can walk past somebody and feel a vibe, whether it's bad or good. Um, I also read people very well. And that's where I get a lot of energy from. So when you're making love or fucking somebody, you're still coming in contact with that person's spirit, regardless. And so that's another reason why, even though you are fucking or making love with somebody, that person has good energy, because if they don't, they finna pass that on to you, and you gonna wake up in the morning and be like, what the hell is wrong with me? And it's because that person's bad spirit took over, and now you fighting it. That's just my opinion.
It's great insight. Extremely good insight on that. As we're rolling on the subject, my next question is: so, is it possible to be in love with more than one person? Now, let me for for answer. Keep in mind that everybody loves differently. Now, I'm not talking about the way you love your kids. I'm not talking about the way you love your mom and dad. I'm not talking about the way you love your brothers and sisters. No, I'm talking about genuinely that's significant other love. Is it possible
I
to
mean, I don't think you can love anybody the same.
okay, go home and Carrie Spence correct, but it's when your intimacy levels are high. Do you have a response for that before we move on to the next one?
Correct, but it's when your intimacy levels are high. I mean, intimacy level can be high, fucking too. I mean, depending on if you going out drinking, intoxicated, if you on some type of, if you're smoking marijuana, things like that, your energy changes automatically. So it just depends, I guess, what state of mind you're in when it comes to different intimacy levels. So that also plays a part in it as well. Because I know, and my husband know as well, like regardless of how tired I am, if I've had alcohol or something in me, I'm ready to go. Like I'll stay up the whole time. But there are times that I do want to have sex, but really tired, and I literally fall asleep and don't even know I went to sleep until I woke up. I'd be like, oh damn, like did we do something last night?
I'll be hitting it good, and she now no no y'all. Sometimes I feel like a bitch. Come man, I could be starting to hit it good, and she's snoring.
But he's also the one that just said he would take it either way.
That's true, but she's snoring. That's a whole nother conversation for another time. See, French fry said the way to make love is to form a connection with someone that makes them want to love you. I think that's true. I think also, first of all, you got anything you want to say about that?
Lee, what you mean you don't think so about what? I don't know what he said I don't think so about.
Yeah, you just ask him and see if he responds. But until he responds, is it possible to love more than one person? I will give my opinion at the end of the show.
I mean, it's possible to love more than one person, yes. Um Now when you're talking about to love someone in a way that you love your spouse and the person that you're with, there's still it still won't be the same because like when we were, polyamorous, I still love that person and like being around that person and would do anything for that person just like I would you, but it's still on different levels because of who you are versus who she was. So, yeah, I think it is possible to love and be in love with multiple people, but it's still at a different level.
What y'all think?
And if I don't care about you, you're not in my circle. And French Fry can tell you. He's known me for 20 years, 20 whole years, and he got on my last nerve. And then he'll tell you that I was mean. But yeah, I only keep good people in my circle because I don't have time for. See, you say you don't think that you can be in love with multiple people. Why is that? Because just the word love on itself by itself is different levels to that.
True.
So I guess it just depends on the way that you're using it. Some people don't know what love is, and some people have a deeper definition of love or in love. So I guess if we aren't on the same page, then that would be different. And also, if you are a person that does not believe in a multi person relationship, then I see where you're coming from. So it just depends. Um, because we're open for other people,
That's gonna be the next
and
topic.
we've been with
Next
other
question.
people before. We've had a whole relationship with a whole nother person. And so if I
So while you're
wasn't,
talking about that, what's your opinion on an open relationship, and how you think open relationships should, when it comes down to a marriage, how do you feel like an open relationship to the couple should act? Like, where are the boundaries? Are there boundaries there? Like, how do you feel like the couple should go about being together along with this open relationship as far as connections, communication, things like that go?
oh, I get you, Lee. Um, and that's because you're not into a multi relationship. You're into being with one person and loving that person, being enough for that person, and vice versa. So if you are with a woman and how do you agree with open since when? Today? French Fry says he agrees with
I see
open
it.
relationships.
I do too. You know I
Um,
do.
but for someone who believes in that and willing to live that life, which I don't think you ever have unless you haven't told me. And if you haven't told me, that's going to be a whole nother situation. Um, but for someone who believes in that to say you can't be intimately invested with multiple people, I don't see how that's possible that you can't be if you're in agreement to an open relationship. It's kind of like contradicting.
French fry. What do you have to say about that, brother? My brother, my king.
We're going to have to definitely get him on here, though, one day.
Oh
Because
yeah, I'm going. Me and him gonna talk. Uh,
we're
everybody,
going to talk about the
let
time
y'all
you
know.
almost burned my house down,
When
about
I
the times that you cut your finger.
invite guests, I will hit you up like 2 weeks ahead of time. Definitely at least a week ahead of time. Let you know when my next. I'm gonna go live every week, maybe twice a week. It depends. But if you want to be on my show, want to talk about a certain topic, just send me a message. Let me know, and I'll be glad to get you in as a guest. Get you up here. You know what I'm saying? We can have a conversation about that particular topic that you want to talk about. But he
Oh, so
says,
yeah, that's recently then. Hey, James.
James Wade, my bro. Hey, be looking out for that message coming soon because I got a topic coming in on music, my brother. And me, you talked about it before. It was about a year ago. But no, I was going through a lot, so getting everything set up, going through the companies, getting everything set up and everything. But you definitely gonna be getting that message again, so we can set something up. I love to have you on the show. You know what I'm saying? We have you on the show, man. We gonna talk about music, man.
And
How you
if
feel
you're
about music?
watching us and you're interested in joining us, hit us up.
Just send me a message, man. We talk about whatever topic you want. But no, my topic for next week is gonna be about marriage. I got a couple of special guests coming on. I ain't gonna say who they are. Y'all see them when they get here. I'm saying? Be the one guy king, one guy queen with the guests. Then a week after that, we gonna see. But I'm gonna go in as I let people come in. That's gonna be as it go. And
Oh, we love you
we
too.
definitely love you too, brother, man. Thank you for stopping in, letting us know. I'm gonna send you a message so we can set some up. You know what I'm saying? Get you on here, man. We will, you know what I'm saying? We gonna sit back, we gonna sip and chill, man. We gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? Um, French fry said something back here. What did he say before? Honestly, because I've been talking to a couple that does it and they are at peace. Okay,
So that's
okay.
because I knew it was recently. I don't know why he be playing with me. Hey,
What's up, Gerald G, my brother? You gonna get on here too, man? I'm gonna send you a message and just let me know the topic that you want to talk about. So I always let people know like the topic that they want. Like with James Wade, it's gonna be about music. You know what I'm saying? He's very successful. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be love to have him here on the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit you up. You know what I'm saying? Let me know the topic you want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's what we'll talk about. Topic today is about sex and if you've been watching the show or if you just coming in, topic today it's been about sex and things like that. Hold
yeah.
on, that's a long one. What does that say? French fry. The only reason
Mhm.
why you are in an open relationship, the reason why you are in an open relationship is because you love and agree with your significant other. Can someone else other than him come into your life and change how you feel about Dontel? Not because you're in love. Oh, that's a great question.
What?
That is a great question. Basically, saying is it possible for somebody else to come into your life and make you feel differently about the way you feel about me, or make you love them more than how you love me? That goes to that everybody love differently type of thing.
Mhm. Um. So I know it was recent, sir. That's why I just asked you. I'm like, what? That's why you so contradicting with your answers because it was recently. But to your question, I'm not worried about nobody coming and take my spot when it come to him, and he can answer for himself. But we've known each other for a long time, been through ups and downs. We grew up together, went through a lot of stuff, and we do have an open communication. So, as I said in the beginning, which I don't know if you were on here, but there have been times that men have tried to persuade or tell my husband that me and them slept together, and it was not true. As I was saying before, to put this on the board, the first VCast that we have, my husband know everything. If I am hanging out with you, if I'm chilling with you, if I have fucked you, guess who already know? And since we've been together, I've only been messing around with women, which he already know. Because at the end of the day, to go way, way back in 1997, I didn't like men. I didn't like boys. I was full on lesbian, and he was my first. He broke, he popped the cherry and everything, and got me pregnant. I was living with him when I was younger, and he
Jose Big.
and
I'm
and
sorry to
he.
cut you off. What's up, brother? Thanks for joining in. We could definitely get you on the show talk about the comic books, my brother. Talk about your comic books. Talk about how you got that going.
First of
So
all,
you
you
best
can't
believe
interrupt
we
me
gonna get you
until
in
I'm
there.
done.
You absolutely correct. But I gotta say what's up to the family. The much love, Sean. Okay, go ahead.
Um, but he's the first guy I've ever slept with, and I like women before that. So he already knew in the beginning that I like women, and he was the first one that I was with being a male. So, and he didn't care. He was, and he that was probably his goal. Like, oh, if she like women, I'm finna show her up. That was probably what he was thinking when we was young.
No,
But
no.
he, it's funny because I can say a lot of things about my past relationships, right? But I love my kids and I love them. Um, but Dontel has been there from the beginning, all through each kid that I have. And to let y'all know, all my kids were planned. I wanted to have kids, even from a younger age. I wanted to have kids. They all had to be 5 years apart, because I knew I couldn't afford daycare and diapers together. So as soon as one kid got into kindergarten, I was ready to have another one. But the part that I messed up in was having multiple baby daddies, right? But my past is my past, and without them, I wouldn't have the kids that I have
She
now.
didn't want to wait on me to get out, but that's a whole nother conversation
Shut up. It's not about
for
you.
another day. That part is about me.
No, it's not. Because you did what you did, not thinking about me.
I was thinking about just why I did what I did.
So what happened?
That's whole. That's that's a conversation for another day. Stay tuned. We definitely gonna get into that conversation. God definitely disagree with certain outcomes, but like I said, that's a whole nother conversation for another day. We definitely gonna get into that later on. But back to the topic. Are you done?
No. No one can replace me or him unless I die or he die. That's about it. Now I'm done.
All right,
Because
y'all.
he no one more time. Cause he know he leave me. He taking the kids with him, and that bitch gonna have to help him with our kids.
Like I said
And if she
earlier,
make money, she can be with him. I ain't signing no divorce paperwork. He gonna be on child support for all four kids,
stuck for
and she gonna
life.
help him pay child support. Get married in another country, cause I'm taking all y'all shit. So he already know where you finna go.
None your business. Or what I
Just
tell
saying.
you. Nah, all actually, y'all know it's all fun and games this way, but real shit, she keeping her own damn kids.
Mm-mm. He's taking them bad boys with them.
She's keeping her own damn kids.
I'ma ship them real quick. You leave me, you leave me. You don't leave the kids. The kids coming with you. Period. If I'm single, I'm divorced and kidless. Okay?
Back to the topic at hand. Sex and love, the difference. So nobody else said nothing else here. Let's see here.
No, they just
No more
laughing at us.
questions. Yeah.
I know we, and I know for those who've been waiting,
Yeah, no, we gonna definitely get her a chair. I want her to sit on my lap.
I don't want a chair.
She didn't want to sit on my lap, y'all.
No, I don't need it. I'm sitting on exactly what I wanted to sit on. I'm the queen. I sit up high.
Yeah. I said, you sit on my lap. She said, fuck your lap, nigga.
No, I didn't say that.
She said, fuck your lap, nigga.
But if you think I'm standing, I'm not standing. I'm actually sitting. FYI, I'm sitting.
I don't like how the video looks on Facebook. I don't know
That's
why they
YouTube,
recording it
isn't it?
in both. No, that's Facebook and that's YouTube. And they're
Oh
recording it
yeah.
on the lowest settings possible. Even though my camera is 1080p, I'm gonna go back and fix that. See, it goes in now, it gets better, then it gets worse.
Probably because the colors are changing, aren't they?
Yeah, well, that nothing to do with this. This computer is a monster. This computer is called Incredible Hulk. It can do anything.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about this because this is our first go vidcast, and we noticing stuff
Now it's looking good. See the way it's looking now?
because the color in the background. This
That's
is
not.
changing.
Okay, well, anyways, back to the topic at hand: sex and love. I had another question. I totally forgot. Okay, you answer. Okay, we answer. Okay, we talk about polyamorous. The Mormons gonna love us. Every religion gonna hate us. That's another topic too. Religion's gonna be a big topic here.
Oh Lord.
Sex is just sex. If it wasn't a prostitute. If it wasn't a prostitute, if it wasn't a prostitute would get married. I can agree. I mean, yeah, sex is just that.
Some
It's just
prostitutes
sex.
are married.
No, just that, like I said, sex and making love are just two totally different things.
No, fucking and making love.
Sex, making love, fucking making love. What's the difference? You know what I'm saying? I mean, sex is fucking.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's just
So
use the right word for it.
it's a difference.
In fucking and sex.
No, I said sex and making love, fucking and making love.
Right.
Sex is just an overall general term used for what intercourse. You want to get technical?
So does this prostitute have a pimp or no? Because if you a prostitute, that means you having sex for money. Not
If
really.
sex lead to love, we will all be in a relationship. Well,
But you looking at
if it
so
led to love,
so
yeah, but
he's
sex don't lead to. Well, a lot of people, sex can lead to love. You got some people get. See, now that's whole.
make a hoe into a
See, you
housewife.
know what? I like that he brought that up. Let's talk about that. Now I have seen people. I felt bad for a man
He said,
who,
"Uh oh."
you know, I mean, you ain't gonna talk on, but I have seen people who felt bad on. I have seen people who have sex with people they shouldn't have sex with, and they do, and they fall in love. But that individual is not in love with that person. That person is in love with the individual, and this is where I feel like women have the upper hand. And yes, I'm talking about you women. I feel like you guys have the upper hand when it comes down to that
That's what I'm
because
saying. I just said,
I'm
why are we
talking. I'm
using fucking
talking.
instead of sex?
I,
I was looking at the comment like you was earlier.
oh yeah, I mean you're right. Yeah. Um, women has the upper hand. You know what I'm saying? Cause first of all, let's get this straight. Pussy is different. Dick is different. You got all different sizes of dick. You got all different types of pussy. You got tight pussy, long pussy, big pussy, short pussy. You know, it's a big dick, short dick, fat dick. No, all excellent. Everybody's different. And one thing I noticed from my observations, keep in mind, I have done plenty of observations for a lot of this stuff. So when I start my podcast, I want to make sure I have all the proper knowledge and facts on before I talk about anything. At the end, I'm not an expert in this either. It's for entertainment purposes. It's for everybody to know. So don't go back to my saying, oh, one guy king said, no. But one thing I have noticed is that, especially women, man, they can lay that pussy down on some of these niggas, man, and that's it. She can get whatever she want out this nigga. Whatever she want. Now, all in line, I feel bad because this nigga actually fell in love. But he fell in love with the sex. He fell in love with the pussy. He exerted his love into this woman for her sex. And to me, that is a very bad thing. It's a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? And it can go both ways, but majority of the time it happens with men. You know what I'm saying? They fall in love with the pussy, with the sex, and not with the woman. A lot of time, women can use these as an exploitation device, which I have seen happen. You know what I'm saying? Becomes gimme gimme type of thing. Or one person benefit from a person giving their all type of thing until that person used up. How do you feel about that? Where do you stand on that? She's a little busy right now, y'all. But as I was saying,
I'm sorry, people
if you
trying
have
to still
some
get on live.
the and they missing out, man. They missing out. It's a great conversation we having right now. Y'all missing out. But as I was saying, I have seen, those in chat, let me know what how you feel about the situation. I have seen it. Like people fall in love with the sex and with the pussy or the dick, but not with the person. What's up, son?
Oh, he got it. He was one of the ones trying to get in.
Man, don't come here talking that Spanish shit, dude. Speak English. I know what that shit mean.
He don't know what it is either. He's talking about some house and Migos.
I think he was just infatuated. Yeah, but I have seen like they get hooked. They can't have enough, and like they constantly it becomes more of a constantly gotta
Listen
be
and
with
pay
this
attention.
woman, constantly trying to get more. You know what I'm saying? Like the sex was so good, the pussy was so good. Nigga just keep coming back, even if like like I said, the the guy fell in love with the pussy, not the woman. Now, do you think that that comes from the man, like say, man being infatuated? Do you consider that person having a weak mind, or do you consider that person being an individual to what's what I'm looking for?
Lust.
Lust is a big thing. Pussy whip. That's the word they use out there. They use pussy whip. You're absolutely correct. But to me, it gets deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? I believe this brings problems, especially in our culture. You know what I'm saying? Why I seen it. It brings problems. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if a person, there should be communication up front. This where communication comes big part play out. You know what I'm saying? Unless everybody has an agenda.
I can't stand Jeremiah.
And that also is a whole nother thing where people has an agenda. We'll talk about that whole nother conversation about people having agendas all the time. That kind of to when I said something about you women earlier about you women being sneaky. It's an opposite agenda. That's where the term gold digger come from. It's having an agenda.
But I have to be gold digger. There's men that be having an agenda.
Everybody has an agenda, but the agendas are different. For most men I have seen, 80% of guys I have seen who are pussy whipped, in the words of Jeremiah, who are pussy whipped, they fell in love with the pussy. Their whole agenda is to just get more pussy from this woman. They fell in love with this woman, but it's not falling in love with the woman. It's falling in love with the pussy. They
That's what your daddy said too, Jay.
they get it twisted.
That's what I was telling your daddy.
Yeah, they
That
get
it's
it
not that
twisted
women
as in
cheat more.
they are falling in love with the
Men just get
woman,
caught more.
but you're not falling in love with the woman. You fall in love with the pussy
How many times you gonna say the word?
because you're not answering the question.
They answering it for you.
I already answered Jeremiah's question. I asked you. You are here with me. You are principal to answer these questions. How do you feel about that?
About a man being pussy whipped?
Yeah. Do you
Most
think do you consider that
most
man weak
to
minded,
me,
or do you think that he just understanding the situation, or is it both?
I mean, usually when we use the word pussy whipped, it's a man who a woman is getting over on. A man that she's dicking down so good that he paying bills and he ain't getting nothing else in return but that.
How you feel about that situation? Is that an old world situation? That's what he get,
I mean,
or
that's him. Shit. Leave her ass. he likes something. He keep coming back. You still paying bills. That ain't my problem.
yeah, I got her ass. There you go.
I'm just saying, like, because we've seen and we know several men, he be alright. Um, but we know some men who are paying bills and giving money and not getting shit in return. Like always complain about the relationship that he's in, but they're still in it. I can only say so much, which is most of the time nothing because I'm not here to be on his side, her side, or his side. Like if you like it, I love it. If you don't like it, then figure something out. But I'm not gonna sit here and have a conversation with you to tell you to leave somebody or not leave somebody because that's not my business. Just like if somebody was telling me to leave or not to leave my husband, that's none of y'all business, and I probably wouldn't talk to you no more. We all gotta vent to somebody, right? So I let them vent, and I'd be like, okay, so what's your next move? And then whatever they say, I'd be like, okay, then do it. But I'm not gonna be like, ah, f her, f him. You don't need him. You don't need her. That's not what I do in life. I got too much other stuff to do and to monitor and to fix than to be trying to fix somebody else's relationship. And he must like something about it if he's still there, and her, vice versa. They just goofies.
Good answer. Good answer.
That's that's them, not me.
Good answer. I can agree with that more myself. I feel like as an individual, if you can think for yourself, you can make proper decisions for yourself. Me being the God King I am, you know what I'm saying? That's another conversation we'll come back to. I want to get into that too. What it means to be a God Queen, a God Queen. It's one of our conversations later on. let's stay on the topic right now. Topic on
Because we
hand.
only got 6 minutes left.
A little more than that. I have
We've
15
been on here
hours
for
a month.
53.
I want to do 2 hours a week,
Okay, well,
an
this was
hour each show.
exactly. And it's
A little after an
53
hour.
minutes.
What you trying to leave? You just getting good. You getting good. Stop hitting the mic.
ASMR.
That shit's crazy.
ASMRs.
That's on the conversation too, man. Anyway, we still got 6 minutes left. Sex and love. Sex and love.
Sex and love. Sex
I guess we are getting towards the end of the show. It's time for the God King to give his opinion. Like I said, this is our first show. I ain't got my music set up yet for the background. Normally there'll be music come through the background as I do this. But anyway.
You don't need no more drink.
You're not allowed to talk no more. This is the end of the show. Now, the God King's opinion. What kind of sex and love? This will be the serious part, and she just fucking shit all up. Anyway, y'all. My opinion. Kind of sex and love, there's a difference, everybody. And my ultimate thing is be careful, man. Just be careful, man. Like, if you consider yourself to be a God Queen or a God Queen, carry yourself as such. Now, there's nothing wrong with multiple partners. But if you got multiple partners, understanding why you have multiple partners, understanding why you are doing what you are doing. If you are married, and if you are married, and your spouse don't know, then you're not a God Queen, a God King or a God Queen. Hell, you're not even a king or a queen. You're a liar and you're a cheat. It's all about communication. All about that communication. You see what I'm saying? Be upfront. Be honest. Before you get with somebody, be upfront and be honest. That's what it's all about. It's all about the communication up front. You'd be surprised people are willing to do for you, man. You'll be totally surprised what people are willing to do for you if you are just honest. Honesty goes a long way. Like I said, a lot of people are scared these days. They're scared about sex. They're scared about coming open. Even if you are a bisexual, a homosexual, whatever it is, don't be afraid about that shit. Be your fucking self. Be your fucking self. If people got a problem with it, motherfuck them. It's that simple. And you heard that from the God King himself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people put all this stress on themselves when they try to hide shit. Then you gotta lie. One lie got cover up another lie, another cover up another lie. No, fuck all that shit, man. Find you somebody who love you for you. That's all that matters, man. For all we know, we got one life to live. And having sex is not bad. Having multiple partners is not bad. It's just about on how you go about doing it. That's all it is, my kings and queens. That's what it's about. You know, everybody got life fucking twisted up. At the end of the day, be you. Enjoy yourself. Until next time, world, much love from the God King and the God Queen. Smile and keep moving forward. Until next week.